Hello students, myself NK Thukral from Edupedia World. Today students, I will be discussing on retail trade. Already in the previous sessions, I have covered retail trade, their features of retail trade and services by the retailers to customers, wholesalers, etc. So today, further going ahead, I will be talking on types of retail trade. The retail trade may be classified into two main categories. Number one is itinerant retailers and second is fixed shop retailers. Now the question is, what is itinerant retailers? As it does not give clear meaning, but I will talk on that, but very easy to understand when the things are explained. What type of retailers? Students, you must have seen near to your home and near to local markets the retailers who are selling the goods by moving, keeping small type of carters and putting various types of items and selling the things either house to house or local market to markets. What exactly it is? These are the traders who keep on moving from one place to another place. So working in one place for a comparatively short time and then moving on to work in another place. Usually as a physical or outdoor laborer, a person, otherwise you can say, who travels from place to place, especially for duties or business. They are very different from fixed shop retailers. The examples of itinerant retailers are hawkers and peddlers, market traders, street traders and cheap jacks. In comparison to itinerant retailers, what are fixed shop retailers? As it conveys the meaning, apparently this is the most common type of retailing. Under this, the retail traders operate their business from permanently established shop. They have their establishment permanently and from that establishment only they are selling the goods. So that's why they are called fixed shop retailers. That is, they do not move from place to place to serve the customers, whereas itinerant retailers moves from place to place to sell their goods. Now students, let's see what are the features of itinerant retailers. Number one is carry limited stocks. Normally they have no fixed shop establishment, they are low capital, so they are trading on very limited stocks as they do not have any fixed premises. Second is small capital. As earlier I said, they are moving retailers, they are having low capital. So with this very small capital, they are trading the activities. Next is deal in daily use product. As they know, they have to complete the trading on the same day. They do not keep much stock, so they deal in consumer products of daily use such as toiletry products, fruits, vegetables, etc. Next is sell on cash basis. Normally they are selling the goods on cash basis, no credit, no any other mode of selling the things. Next is greater service. They provide greater service to the customers by making the products available at their doorsteps. Next is minimum establishment. As they are playing the things or they are trading the things on a very low capital, so it's at the minimum establishment. So itinerant retailers are trading on very minimum establishment charges. Now students, next is fixed shop retailers. What are the features of fixed shop retailers? As in contrast to itinerant retailers, the characteristics of retailers are that sell variety of goods. They are having fixed establishments, so they trade on variety of goods. They are keeping variety. Second is open for long hours. As they are having their good establishment, they can prolong the trade, they can prolong their opening the shops for long hours as long as customers are there. Next is various services. They also provide various services like home delivery, guarantees, repairs, credit facilities, etc. etc. As a result, such retailers enjoy greater credibility in the minds of customers. Next feature is create relations. As they are having one-to-one contact with the customers, they are able to maintain relations with the customers. Create confidence. As they have the fixed establishment, naturally the confidence will be there in the minds of customers. So they are able to create confidence also. Eliminate middlemen. Another feature of fixed shop retailers is that they are selling with their fixed shop establishment, keeping variety of goods and directly to the customers. So they are able to even eliminate the middlemen. As you can see in the slide as given, what is itinerant retailers and what are fixed shop retailers. Now students, let's go ahead and see that examples of itinerant retailers and fixed shop retailers. And let us I will brief you on one by one. Number one is under itinerant retailers are hawkers. Hawkers and peddlers, you can say. These retailers move from place to place to sell their products at the doorstep of the customers. So normally they sell a variety of goods. They deal in local and non-standardized product also. They generally do not have fixed price policy. Too much bargaining they are able to do. They provide great convenience to the customers also, as they supply at the doorstep of the customer. The customer need not to go anywhere, and they are also found in buses, trains, railway station, exhibitions or busy traffic crossing, selling the goods one by one. Another is market traders. What are market traders? Market traders are small retailers who open their shops at different places on fixed days. These retailers sell their goods at periodical markets such as weekly, monthly or annually. As you must be aware, there are markets in Delhi, Som Bazaar, Mangal Bazaar, Budh Bazaar, they are naming like this. And every Monday of a week, these type of traders comes with their product and sell the goods. Another is street traders. These retailers arrange or display their goods at busy street corners, pavements and other busy public places like bus stand, railway stations, cinema halls. And I think you must be aware these type of traders. Next is cheap jacks. What are cheap jack? Cheap jack is a kind of retailer who generally hires a small shop in residential colony only for a temporary period. So only for a short period they are opening the shop in the colonies. What are the main feature of cheap jacks? They hire small shops where they display their goods. They shift from locality to locality depending upon the prospects of getting business. They generally deal in household articles, ready-made garments and other low-priced goods. So these are the traders coming under the categories of itinerant retailers. Now students, let's see what are fixed shop retailers. Under fixed shop retailers, there are small type of shop retailers also and large type of retailers. Under small fixed shop retailers, there are, you can call, general stores. These shops deal in different types of goods which are needed by the local residents quite frequently in their day-to-day life. They are located in residential colonies also. Next, single line stores. What are single line stores? Are those shops which deal in a single product, as its names suggest. Single product lines such as ready-made garments, shoes, computer books, etc. Only a single product. What are the features? These stores are generally organized in the form of sole traders or partnership firm. They usually hold a stock of goods at different qualities, sizes. They are generally centrally located and they serve needs of the particular type of customers, and the price range varies accordingly item to item. So these are the single line stores. Other is specialty shops. These shops specialize in sale of a specific product under one product line. For example, garment store dealing in men's wears only. As you must have seen, if you've gone in the market, men's wears, kids wears as per their requirement of these shops. What are the features of these type of shops? They are generally located in central places in order to attract large number of customers, and they provide a wide choice to the customers in the selection of particular type of goods. Another menswear shop, you can see that you must have seen the boards that Peter England, Alan Solly, these are the very common type of brands which you will find in other market, all type of markets. So these are called specialty shops. Another is street stall holders. These stalls are generally located at the crossings or in the busy streets. They offer convenience to the customers by providing items of their needs. These stalls have temporary platform which cover limited space also. They operate with a very small amount of capital and they get their supplies from local suppliers as well as wholesalers. So these type of traders are called street stall holders. Now students, we have covered itinerant retailers and going ahead with fixed shop retailers under the small type of retailers under fixed shop retailers. Now coming to next, these fixed shop retailers are large also, like departmental store, multiple shops, mail order houses and CC stores. CC stores means chain stores. So what are the departmental stores? I think everybody must be knowing. Departmental store is a large establishment which sells a wide variety of products and with the aim to satisfy all needs of the customer and under one roof. These are the departmental stores, and you must have found these type of departmental stores in various malls. If you're visiting with your parents in large type of malls, these type of departmental stores you will find that. Electronic also, clothing also, big malls are there, and under their shadow they are the departmental stores. As they are centrally localized, so very easy for the customer to find the product to their choice. Multiple shops like chain stores or multiple shops are network of retail shops which are owned by the single business enterprise like Bata, Nirulas. You see, you will find number of shops under one brand, that is Nirula or McDonald. If you're going to various markets or various places, you will find these type of multiple shops. So that's why they are coming under chain stores. They are called chain stores. Another is mail order houses. Mail order houses are the form of retailing in which business transactions are conducted through postal communication without any personal contact with the buyers. A list of potential consumer is prepared through different sources like telephone directories, list of numbers of clubs, trade association, and with that customers are noted and the retailing is done directly through these type of communications. Nowadays, it must be noted that business can be successfully carried out only when education is widespread, as only the literate people can be reached through advertisements and other forms of written communications. So these are type of mail order houses. Another is CC stores, means consumer cooperative stores. So students, hardly these type of stores are now existing in the market. Another type of fixed shop retailers are second-hand goods shop, but they are coming under small shop retailers. Second-hand goods shop means these shops deal in second-hand or used goods such as furniture, clothes, etc. Such shops receive supplies from individuals who sells the goods not required by them or from private and public auctions. You can find nowadays on internet also Quaker or Olex, and you must have heard these type of names who are buying the goods from the individuals also and through online. So these are called second-hand goods shop. The goods are generally sold at very lower prices as they are used goods. Customers of second-hand goods are mostly poor people who cannot afford to buy new goods, but they are categorized as a fixed shop retailers, as a small shop retailers. Another one is, you can see in the slide, supermarket malls like CC stores, supermarkets. They are also opened in various malls or various big localities, but nowadays hardly you will find such type of supermarkets. As students, we have discussed on type of retail traders, itinerant retailers and fixed shop retailers. Now let me discuss on large fixed shop retailers one by one. As you can see in the slide, a large departmental store, already I have defined you. A departmental store is a large establishment which sells a wide variety of products with the aim to satisfy all needs of the customers under one roof. And they are keeping all type of goods, all type of things in their stores. They satisfy diverse market segments with a wide variety of goods and services, like everything from pin to plain, small item to big items. And in developed countries, they are operating on a very large scale. So students, I have already defined what is departmental stores. I can repeat it again. that a departmental store is a large establishment with a large space and large amount of capital, and these type of departmental stores sells a wide variety, I mean to say all type of variety of goods, all type of brands of goods or product. And what is the object? Object is to satisfy the needs of the customers at one place only. These are called departmental stores. What are the features? Number one feature is central location. It is generally located at a central place in the city so that people living in different areas may reach them easily. Like you will find them in Connaught Place in New Delhi and Karol Bagh, etc. So centrally located places. Another is provision of services. A modern departmental store renders a number of facilities and services to the consumer such as restaurant, travel and information bureau, telephone booth, restrooms, etc. etc. Next feature is corporate status. The departmental stores are generally formed as a joint stock company because of their large size. They have a board of directors with a managing director assisted by general manager and several departmental managers. So they are having the corporate status also. Another is elimination of middlemen. Definitely there will be no middlemen because they are keeping themselves all type of product with all brands. Another feature is centralized purchasing. All the purchases in a departmental store are made centrally by the purchase department. However, the sales are decentralized in different departmentals. Large variety of goods. These stores maintain a large variety of goods, as earlier already we have discussed on this, and customers can purchase almost all their requirements from their stores. So these are the features of departmental stores. Now students, let's see what are the advantages of departmental store. Number one is attractive services. Most of the departmental stores provide numerous services to their customers like liberal credit, free home delivery, transaction through smart card, execution of telephone orders, telephone facilities also involved. So all such services make shopping a pleasant experience. Another is convenient in buying. A departmental store offers wide range of goods. Customers do not have to run from one shop to another shop because they can do all shopping under one roof. This is the good advantage. Another advantage is attract large customers. Definitely, as they are having so many products under one roof, they attract large number of customers and they are having voluminous sales also. Another is economy of large scale operations. Another advantage of departmental store is economy because they are selling the things on large scale basis. So definitely with a competitive price, and in result of this they get the economy. Next is promotion of sales. The departmental stores can afford heavy advertising because of their sound financial position, which helps in increasing their sales volume. Professional management. These are the very large type of departmental stores with large amount of capital, with large space. Definitely they need professionals. So departmental store is also organized as a joint stock company and with the expertise knowledge of buying, advertising, selling and pricing. So they have the professional management with them. Now students, after having advantages of departmental store, let's see what are the limitations of these type of stores. Number one is lack of personal attention. You see, there is a lack of personal touch in a departmental store and it is very difficult to give personal attention to large number of customers visiting stores every day. Another limitation is high operating cost. Definitely the cost will be more since they are having extensive services, providing extensive services to the customers and facilities. The operating cost of running the departmental store is quite high. As a result, they are not attractive to lower income group people due to high prices. Another is high possibility of loss. The chances of incurring losses in departmental stores are quite high. For example, if any item has become out of fashion, then the store has to sell the huge stock at heavy discount, as normally you find in the market. Going to the market and see the departmental stores keeping the board in front of their shops on discounting of the items. Another limitation is inconvenient locations. The departmental stores are generally located in the center of the city As a result, it is inconvenient for the customers who prefer to buy goods from nearer shops to them. So this is another limitation. So students, we have discussed today the departmental stores only coming under the category of fixed shop retailers under large stores. So that's all today for the day. Bye bye. Thank you.